it's Ashley and welcome to another episode of Destination Putnam. We are here in our Hertz rent-a-car. If you are in need of a rent-a-car, please check out our friends at Hertz in Tays Valley. Today we are continuing on our month of mayors and we are headed down to Hurricane to pick up Mayor Scott Edwards. We're going to learn more about Hurricane as well as why he loves being the mayor of Hurricane and also why he loves Putnam County. So let's pick him up.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Welcome to Destination Putnam. Welcome to my Hertz rent-a-car.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Where's your car?
At the office.
Oh, okay, so we're in a Hertz rent-a-car today.
We are always in a Hertz rent-a-car.
See, I don't.
Hertz rent-a-car is the sponsor of Destination Putnam.
I like it.
Yeah. Everyone, this is Mayor Scott Edwards. He is the mayor of Hurricane, and we are going to drive in some school traffic.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, Scott Edwards, mayor of Hurricane.
What else?
I've been the mayor since 2007.
Yeah.
So I'm in my 16th year as mayor, and it's been good. It's been good. You know, when I started as mayor, I didn't have time to be mayor. Mm-hmm. Mayor Peak was here before yes. me. He had been here, and you know Mayor. You knew Mayor Peak.
I was very privileged to know Mayor Peak.
And he had been mayor. There were
my
a couple
times.
Yeah, a couple times he wasn't mayor. A couple of years here and there, but for the most part, about 35, 36 years. Mm-hmm. That was the only mayor I'd ever known. Mm-hmm. And he came to me and asked if I wanted to run, and he would support me. And I really told the folks that asked me to run, him and a few others, I said, look, I don't have time. I've got a couple of businesses, a wife, 3 kids at the time. I really didn't have time. Mm-hmm. But they talked me into it, and I said, well, I'll do one term. Mm-hmm. And I did it for the police officers. And I focused on law enforcement, but really wanted to take care of kids, seniors. Figured everything else would work itself out. Yeah. And we focused on that, the whole time. Myself, the administration, make sure law enforcement's taken care of, kids, seniors, and everything else really works itself out, and it really has.
Yeah, it really has. It's grown. Yeah. Well, whenever you first became mayor, I went to college, so I missed your first couple years.
Oh, you missed the good stuff.
I was in Morgantown, so
I was
getting an education.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
It worked out great. I mean, I got a job.
Go Mountaineers.
Go Mountaineers. Let's go. But I think that the city of Hurricane has grown. I mean, other than in college, I've lived here pretty much my whole life. Other than a brief stint right after I was born in Culloden.
Okay.
But from preschool on, I've lived here, and then this for 4 years of college. But what are some of your favorite parts about being mayor?
Doing things for kids. Mm-hmm. And we do a lot for kids. We have a lot of kids' activities. Yeah. And that's probably my absolute favorite part. Yeah. Is taking, I always say taking care of the kids, making sure they're protected, taking care of, law enforcement, fire, all those things, making sure they're okay. But doing the free events, when my first year as mayor, I became mayor on July the 1st of 2007, and we had the fireworks at the high school. Mm-hmm. And you remember those as a kid. That's where they always were. But I always questioned, why isn't there an event along with it? Yeah. So I went to some folks at the city and said, look, we've got to do something different. I want it to be a big, happy event, celebrating our independence, but do everything free. And everybody really thought I was crazy. How are we going to raise the money? We don't have the money in the city budget. I just went and started.
It's an expensive event.
Very expensive. Mm-hmm. So, $50,000, $60,000.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was going to say. I don't think people realize whenever these free events go on, how much the community supports them as far as monetarily.
And that's what I did. I went to businesses and I said, look, here's what we want to do, and $2,500 at a time, and businesses started writing checks. Yeah. It was $2,500 from this business, $2,500 here. Putnam County Bank, they always write the big check. Phenomenal. And they do it every single year, and I thank Putnam County Bank every single time, plus all the other businesses that donate. And we just raised a lot of money that year, so that in 2008 we had a huge celebration at Valley Park. Yeah. And for years after we had the celebration at Valley Park, then of course Valley Park went through a change. Yep. And we moved the celebration to City Park. Yeah. Got a lot of turf there. Turf and fireworks don't. They don't. No, turf and fireworks.
If people want to know why, turf and fireworks do not get along.
Correct. And that is the reason why we had to move it. Yeah, but I'm thankful for what we have at Valley Park.
Yes.
Which is phenomenal for what it used to be.
Oh yeah.
So having that big, huge event and seeing hundreds and sometimes, where there were thousands and thousands of people, hundreds and hundreds of kids enjoying free Jupiter jumps. And, we give away cotton candy and snow cones and ice cream cones and watermelon and hot dog eating contest, free games, free inflatables, free water sports, free.
All that.
It's all free. So all these kids, no matter their walk of life, whatever they come from, everybody comes there and enjoys it.
Oh yeah, they have a great time.
And then we celebrate our independence. And then we have fireworks, and this isn't just a hurricane event, as you know.
No.
It's really the county coming together as an event.
We have two 4th of July events. You all have one and Buffalo has one.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we, at our hurricane event, we get people from multiple counties that come. And they come every year.
Oh yeah.
It's all free and people love it.
Yeah.
But then, we have
It is somewhat of a tourist draw.
It is. It is. And then our Main Street Spring Festival that we have.
Yeah. That's a really good event too.
Main Street Spring Festival is a great event, and guess how much it is? It's free. It's free.
I was like, it's free.
It's free.
I was like, is this a trick question?
No, it's not a trick question, and it's.
I was like, it's all free.
And we have sponsors.
Yeah.
It's sponsored by businesses, and it's a free event, and there are Jupiter jumps and free giveaways and vendors at this event. So we have vendors that come, and people love to come and shop for locally made items. We have a lot of small businesses in our county and in surrounding counties that come, and they have their items for sale, and it's a really really good event. We shut down Main Street. It's all free, and we love doing that.
Yeah.
And then we have our Harvest Festival
in
the fall.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're getting into the fall, so there's Harvest Festival, there's free pumpkin carving.
And Harvest Festival is
Main
also...
Street Trick or Treat.
Do you know how much Harvest Festival is to get in?
It's free.
It's free. Harvest Festival is absolutely free, and we love having...
I think there's a theme here.
We love having those vendors at the Harvest Festival. We have a lot of vendors at Harvest Festival.
Oh, yeah.
There's usually 60, 70 vendors. It's a huge, huge event.
Yeah.
And there's inflatables and giveaways and all that stuff. And kids come and enjoy it and have fun, and it's all free. But the key is to all these events, the community supports this. The community donates money, and of course some money comes out of the city budget, but a large portion is from donations.
Yeah.
And then, like you had just mentioned, we have our pumpkin carving contest. That's a free event.
Yeah.
People get free.
Pumpkin,
They get free pumpkins. They get free carving kits. We give away gifts for first, second, third place in different divisions. But it's all for kids to get them outside.
Can I give a shout out to Amanda?
Absolutely.
Amanda Ramey, you go, girl.
Yes. Well, I was going to do that later.
I just want to beat you
all
to
this. No, Amanda Ramey, absolutely. What Ashley said, I'll go with that. Yeah. Go, girl. That is good. Amanda Ramey is our assistant city manager. One of her duties are all the events.
Yeah.
When we go into I go into a lot of the...
where we're going?
Yes, I know where we're going, yes.
We're going to the new fire station.
I go into a lot of the schools, into the elementary schools, and Amanda will come with me a lot of times. Yeah. Instead of telling a group of second graders that she's the assistant city manager, I don't introduce her as that. I introduce Amanda as the director of fun.
She is the director
of fun. And that is what she is. She's the director of fun. And she puts on all these events. She has a huge staff of people at the city that really help make it happen. But when there's a parade coming down Main Street, when there's a Harvest Festival, a pumpkin carving contest, Independence Day celebration, Main Street Spring Festival, plus 1,000 other things, that's all Amanda. Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up. I was going to.
I know you would. I just love her.
You beat me to
I just wanted to make sure we got it in there. So we're heading down to a couple destinations. So why don't we talk about the one here to our right, which is Bridge Park.
Yes, Bridge Park is absolutely amazing. Fairly new park in Hurricane. We've got 3 pickleball courts. Now the pickleball courts are lit, so you can play all night. I drove by here the other night, probably 11:45 p.m. Two of the pickleball courts had people playing. Absolutely. Yeah, so people play all hours of the evening. They'll come out very early in the morning, during the day. People love it. There's also an awesome playground. It's a really awesome playground.
People I've seen a lot of recently good comments on social media about that playground.
Yes, the playground's amazing. But this part of Bridge Park is the home of the Hurricane Youth Football League.
I can't go through there.
Yeah, so it's the home of the Hurricane Youth Football League.
Yeah.
And so our youth football league for years have really needed a much better place to play. And this is professional level.
Oh yeah, nice.
We've got stadium lights, we've got seating, we've got concession stand. You've got everything that you need, not just for you think it's not just some field for a bunch of kids to play ball on. This is professional level, goalpost, everything is perfect. We recently just re-crowned the field so that the water drains perfect. Getting ready to, and I don't know if it's today or first of the week, be hydro seeding.
Oh, wow.
Do all that.
Get ready.
It is absolutely a phenomenal Bridge Park.
Yeah.
Now, one of your questions, I know you're getting ready to ask me, why is it called Bridge Park?
I was.
You were getting ready to say that.
I was getting ready. I was going to say, why is it called Bridge Park? And also, what parking lot are we leaving?
So we're leaving the fire department parking lot, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
We can talk about. We got plenty. I'm gonna drive all over this town. So
let's talk about your question.
Yeah.
Why is it called Bridge Park? So Hurricane used to be called Hurricane Bridge. Years ago, many years ago, this city was called. It was a town at the time, and it was called Hurricane Bridge. And there was once a battle in the Civil War, the battle at Hurricane Bridge. And it was just maybe an eighth of a mile away from where we're at right now. That's where the battle was. So the Hurricane Women's Club, I was meeting with them a few years ago, and I asked them for some suggestions of what we should name this new park. They came up with Hurricane Bridge Park. And I said, wow, I love it. Took it to City Council. Everybody loved the name. It fit. It worked out perfect. So that's why it's called Hurricane Bridge Park. And right beside Hurricane Bridge Park, and that's just phase one. What we just talked about, phase one. There's also walking trail.
Yeah, walking trail. What else is coming?
Well, what else is coming on phase two? And we'll drive over there if you would.
We can.
So go ahead and drive over by Hurricane First Baptist Church, and we'll talk about that. So phase
going down Main Street anyway. So
absolutely. So phase two of Hurricane Bridge Park will have 4 baseball, softball fields, all lit, all very professional, high end. Turf fields, concession stand, press box, movable fences, movable bases. So it can be major league games, minor league games, little league games, softball games.
Yes.
It can be everything.
Let's get the girls softball some more fields.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
So there will be tons of travel teams coming in here to play. Since we announced this a couple years ago, the folks that do travel keep calling us. They want to rent the fields now.
Yeah, when they're not there.
So they're not there yet.
Yeah, but they do book up. I mean, average is 18 months in advance. So
correct. And the ones at Valley Park, there's 3 at Valley Park. We'll have 4, very complimentary of each other. We'll be able to have huge tournaments and bring more people to Hurricane. Now, phase 2 will also have not just the 4 baseball, softball fields. Disc golf course. So a professional level and beginner level. Yes, you know Johnny. Johnny is absolutely amazing. Shout out to Johnny Sias. He did the full design for us at a cost of $0. He is one of the probably the most known name in disc golf over the last, I believe, 40 years. He's been playing disc golf since the 80s, and he's a professional, multi-time world champion. And we're already, I believe, this fall, September, there'll be a pretty big tournament here in Hurricane. The disc golf course will be complete.
You want me to go up there? Or you want me to just go?
No, you can go on up there. If you've not, actually, hold on a second. No, you're fine. Go here.
I can go this way.
Yeah. The disc golf course will be done in the next month or so. So at phase 2, right behind First Baptist Church, not only will there be a disc golf course, large, huge playground, which is awesome to go right with the 4 baseball/softball fields.
Something for the other kids to do.
That'll be great. There will be shelters, walking trail, just a huge park, and it's absolutely, it's beautiful up here. I know we're driving up the hill now.
They can only really see out the back of the car.
I know, but that's okay.
That's okay.
I can tell everybody.
You can visualize. We are driving up the new Bridge Park Hill.
Yes, right behind First Baptist Church in Hurricane. You can drive up here. People, it's not really open to the public, but people do. They'll park down the hill at First Baptist Church, walk up here, and just take a walk. So we're in the parking lot now. The parking lot's already complete. Getting ready to put all the light poles up. And actually, as you see, all the baseball fields, all the work is done.
Yeah.
It's ready for turf, ready to start putting fence up, turf up. You can see right in the middle.
Yeah.
That's where the press box and everything will be. So it is ready to go.
It's ready to go.
Yeah, we're getting there. So I'm hoping by this time next year, this will be 100% complete, ready to use. Yeah, so maybe maybe before that, maybe by the end of this.
Well, if that city manager of yours would just.
Andy Skidmore, our city manager, he is absolutely phenomenal. Let me tell you, he runs the day-to-day at the city. He wears multiple hats. He is absolutely phenomenal. He's turned into a project manager.
Yeah.
He's brought in business to Hurricane. He has really done so much for this city. And, we did a shout out to Amanda earlier. Yeah. Shout out to Andy Skidmore. Andy Skidmore is absolutely amazing. He helps out every day.
There's a disc golf thing right there.
Yeah, there's a disc golf basket right there. But it'll be all the way around phase 2.
Let's talk about the other park. What goes on over there?
At City Park.
Yeah.
Wow, City Park. So City Park has been there since the mid-'70s. It's a small park, but an extremely busy park. You played there when you were little.
I did.
When you grew up.
I did.
That's where you went and played.
Yeah,
That's
the
where
hot slide. It'll burn your tush.
We still have the hot slide
The
up
hot
at the
slide
top.
is still there.
It's still there, and that's okay.
Actually, on a day like today,
it will burn you a little bit, but that's okay. The merry-go-round is still there.
The merry-go-round is still there. Yeah.
Actually, the horse swings.
Oh, those are still there. The horse swings.
Yeah. They'll still mash your fingers sometimes.
They will.
But that's okay. They're still there, and
it's safe.
Kids have lots of fun.
All safe.
It's all safe.
It's all safe. It's just a long-term joke if you've lived here your whole life.
Yes. So at the Hurricane City Park, we have the play sets. We have all kinds of those type of things. We have a new playground structure. It is the home of the Hurricane Little League.
Yep.
There are 3 baseball fields there. One is a t-ball field. About 10 or 11 years ago, we added a spray ground.
Yeah.
Now, that wasn't there when you were little.
No.
And the spray ground is so popular. We get people from not just this county,
everywhere,
but all over come, let their little ones, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds.
It is free for Hurricane residents, right?
It's actually free for Putnam County residents.
For Putnam County residents.
Yeah,
okay.
It's $3 if you're not a Putnam County resident, and it is free for all of Putnam County residents. And we recently added a skate park.
Yes.
It's going to ultimately end up being about an $800,000 skate park. I was talking to people there this morning from Athens, Ohio. They drove to Hurricane today to be on the skate park all day.
Oh, yeah.
We get people from all over. It's on all the national apps, so people stop here while they're traveling. They use our park, but while they're here, they eat our food.
Yeah.
There's been people that stayed overnight because they were here for the skate park. The skate park is busy all the time, but it's not just for skateboarders. This skate park was designed for kids on scooters and adults.
Yes.
So we see about probably 65% scooters, 35% skateboarders.
Well, the young man that was kind of the inspiration is a scooter. He's a
correct.
Scooter.
Yes,
yeah.
the young man, I believe he was 12 at the time.
Yeah.
And he sent me an email, and we had discussed it over the years that we wanted to have a skate park.
Yeah.
But really the wave wasn't there to let's get this thing going.
Yeah.
And Nate Gertz, shout out to Nate. He sent me a long email. It resonated.
Yeah.
And I went to council, started talking to some people. I got my friend Aaron Anderson. I said, hey, Aaron, I need you to help me design this.
Yeah, he's a big skateboarder.
And worked with Nate, and they put this park together that would not just be for skateboarders, not for real super good skateboarders, not just for folks on scooters, but for both.
For both.
So there are things that are you have to be a really good skateboarder to do. Yeah. There are things that beginners can do, and everybody in between.
Yeah.
So it's worked out phenomenal. It is so fun to go by there after school and see 20, 30, 40 kids. And some are brand new doing it, but you know what? They're outside. They're outside, and that's the key. It's much better than this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sitting inside is not good. Be outside. And
outside.
I know kids have to play video games and do all that.
Yeah,
that's part of life.
There's advantages to it.
But get outside. That's the whole thing with what we do. Get kids outside. And that's so important. But we're seeing adults there. We're seeing, I saw some folks on roller skates.
Oh.
And some inline inline skates there the other day.
Yeah.
So they're welcome as well, and everybody gets along. It's really worked out well.
Yeah, and it's not even the skating part is done, but there's still some landscaping to be done. So I think
correct. We're actually still pouring concrete around it to make it even bigger, and that'll be done in the next month or two.
Yeah.
All that'll be done. The landscaping will be finished, but when Grindline, that was the company the contractor we used, when they were finished with the actually, the main part of the skate park, we went ahead and opened it up. And knowing that it doesn't look perfect yet, everything's not there, but we wanted to open it up and get kids using it, and people love it. They come they come from all over. It's absolutely amazing, and we love that. Now, something else that's huge at our Hurricane City Park, and you know what I'm going to say.
You're going to say
the Meeks Mountain Trails. And huge shout out to Tim Meeks and the whole Meeks family.
Yeah.
When a small piece of the story, my friend Brandon Doyner, he came to me, I'm guessing probably 5 years ago or so, and said, "Hey, Mayor, we want to do this trail system." And I said, "Well, tell me a little more about it." He said, "We just want to hand build 26-mile trails back here on this property. Maybe we could work it out with the Meeks family and do this thing." And I thought, okay, a lot of people come to us with ideas, and quite frankly, a lot of them, people have ideas, and some of them just don't come to fruition.
People have ideas, and they have good intentions.
And I thought, very good intentions. And I thought, well, this could be another one of those things. But Brandon was very persistent, and Brandon just started doing it.
Yeah.
And his kids were involved, and other people started getting involved, and we started talking to to Tim Meeks and other family members, and they wanted this. So we worked, from a city point of view. So from a city
school bus.
Oh yeah, from a city point of view.
It's a weird place to drop a kid off.
Well, that was a surprise.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see because those other cars in front, it was blocking.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, back to the Meeks.
Yes, Meeks Mountain Trails.
Yeah.
So when Brandon Doyner came to me, he said, he was very persistent, kept doing this. So us as a city, it was a partnership with the city and the Meeks family. So public-private partnership, and they established the Meeks Mountain Trail Alliance. So you have a nonprofit involved. We all get along great.
Yeah.
Everything is perfect, and they initiated the 25526 trail plan,
zip code.
Which 25526 is the Hurricane zip code, which was the first 2 years build 5 miles of trails, the next 5 years build 26 miles of trails. Well, we're a little over little over 4 years in right now.
Yeah.
Well exceeded. It's right at 30 miles of trails. They're all handmade. They go out multiple times a week. There's a scheduled day of the week that a bunch of people gather, but people are on this trail system working on it all the time. But even since soon after inception, it's been used. Even when it was 3 miles, people were using it. 10 miles, people were using it. 20 miles, 30 miles.
It doesn't.
So what happens, I'll go out sometimes and walk or jog the red white trail. It's a 5K. It takes about an hour just to walk it. Very nice walk that most people can do. Yeah. And which is awesome. I usually stop and talk to people, of course. And I'll say, "Hey, where you guys from?" "Oh, we're from Indiana. We were driving through. We weren't actually going to be coming through this area. We drove 2 miles out of our way to get here, and we're going to spend a couple days here." Good. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. You'll go on a Saturday morning and go into our parking lot, and you'll see bike rack after bike rack after bike rack. And at 3-4 in the afternoon, you'll see people coming off the hill. It's really fun to watch if it's rained a couple days before. These people come off the hill and they are just covered in mud. Yeah. The mountain bikers are phenomenal. Yeah. We have a lot of hikers, a lot of runners that love to run in nature.
We've got the Hurricane 100K.
Well, the Hurricane 100K will be again this fall.
Yep, this fall.
I cannot imagine, number one, running 100K unless a bear was chasing me.
I don't even know that I'd try. I think I'd just let the bear.
As long as I can outrun you, Ashley, I'm safe.
Well, you probably can. My 2-year-old can outrun me.
I think I can outrun you.
Yeah, Ridge can outrun me.
So if a bear's chasing us,
we're good.
Hate it for you.
It's all right.
Hate it for you.
I'll sacrifice.
But I cannot imagine running 100K in those woods on the trail system.
But they do.
They do.
Yeah. We've already got people registered, I think.
Oh yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. And just watching those, if you're out in the woods and you see the bikers, they hit there's certain jumps that they hit and different things that they hit and swoop around these turns and curves. It's amazing to watch. Really cool. Yeah, they're very talented folks.
Yeah, it is quite the asset that we have here now in Hurricane and in Putnam County.
Yeah.
And
it's literally a gem of West Virginia.
Yeah.
It's not just a Hurricane. Mixed Mountain Trails is not just Hurricane or Putnam County.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ours and we claim it. But guess what? It's a gem for West Virginia.
Yeah. I agree.
It's absolutely amazing. And Brandon Doyner, shout out to Brandon.
Let's give a shout out to Brandon Doyner, and Mayo Lester Award winner.
And the whole team, that whole Meeks Mountain Trail Alliance team, amazing. They're out there every week, not just building, but now they're maintaining.
Yeah,
somebody has to cut weeds.
Yeah.
Somebody has to take care of down trees, branches.
There's a down tree, they've got it taken care of. Volunteers have it taken care of, and I would venture to say less than 12 hours.
Oh, somebody will send a text within a couple hours. There's usually a couple people that go out and take care of it. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. What we have right here in Hurricane and Putnam County is amazing.
It is.
It really is.
Let's talk about what is returning to Valley Park this year. Run for the Wall.
Run for the Wall. One of my top events of the year. Run for the Wall. It's a group of folks on motorcycle. Most of them are veterans on motorcycles that ride from the west coast to the east coast. There's multiple groups of them, and one route comes, and they stop here in Hurricane. Yep. So they'll be returning to the Valley Park this year. Every other year it's Hurricane or Nitro. They will be this year in Hurricane. Okay. We'll be announcing the dates and the times and all that very soon on Facebook. It's the Wednesday before Memorial Day. So whatever day that is, whatever date that is, it's the Wednesday before Memorial Day. They'll arrive around 5 p.m. at Valley Park. So what happens all up and down Tays Valley Road, right off the Hurricane Interstate exit ramp, and in Valley Park, people will be lined up with American flags. I love to see families with their kids waving flags, clapping as these men and women ride by. And they ride for those who can't. Yeah. And we always have to remember that so many people have fought in wars for us. They've lost their lives. Yeah. And that's what's remembered. That's what Memorial Day is all about. Yeah. So they ride for those who can't. And it's a very touching event. We have all kinds of events. This event is touching. And it really makes you think about things of why we're here. Thankful for being able to. Yeah, thankful. You think about me being mayor, and I know you've talked to other mayors. How we're able to be a mayor. Yeah. How commissioners and how are able to be commissioners, and governors will be governors, and presidents. Our democracy, and it's just wonderful that we're able to do this. Yeah. Wonderful that we're able to be in a free country, and it's because of those who gave all. And those two continue to fight for us. So Run for the Wall is an amazing event. Yeah. We want people to come into Valley Park, be there when they arrive, and it's so wonderful watching those young kids, maybe a 10-year-old little boy or girl, go up and talk to some of these veterans, and they love to talk to kids. Now they'll talk to adults too, but man, you let them talk to the kids and tell them their stories, and wow, it's amazing. But the public always comes out and supports the Run for the Wall. And it's a huge support. And then when they leave the next morning, they leave about 8 a.m. They head to Charleston. People are out on the sidewalks again, in the park, just waving their American flags. It's amazing. It's amazing. Awesome. And huge. I have one more huge shout out.
Let's shout it out to everybody.
You heard she said, let's shout it out.
Yeah.
Ashley. I call you. You know
what
I call you?
You were going to talk about one of the Run for the Wall
No, I'm
people.
talking about you. We're ending this. It looks like. So,
well, I brought you back. Unfortunately,
we're sitting in the city hall parking lot.
We are in the city hall. So, mainly because it's school time, and if I take you that way any farther, we're not coming back for a while. So
if you go east 2 miles, then we're going to be with each other for another 30 minutes.
We're here for the long haul.
So my final shout out is to Ashley, my friend Ashley. Known you a long time. We've known each other a really long time. Yeah. And I was on the chamber board when we brought you on. Yep. And I call you the Queen of Putnam County.
15 years ago.
I know you hate when I say that.
I do.
You're the Queen of Putnam County. And I want to shout out to you for all you...
I love Putnam County.
You love Putnam County.
I do.
That's why I call you the Queen of Putnam
I do.
County. You do indeed love Putnam County.
I love the Putnam County. I love the people.
And
I love
all the events you do,
Yeah.
all the events that you make happen. The fact that you're doing this, you're
Yeah.
driving around with all the mayors
Yeah.
and hearing about their towns and cities.
Mm-hmm.
It takes time to do. You don't have to do this. You would still be you'd still have your job and do your
I
thing.
could still do my job without it, but this is a fun way. We get to showcase all the cool stuff that we
Correct.
have.
It's
I mean,
amazing.
we could keep talking. I've had to cut almost every in the month of mayors. I've had to wrap up about every. I was driving with another mayor. I went to park and he said, "No, keep going over
we
here."
we could have kept going for hours.
but I thought if you got another meeting, I can't compete with that.
No,
So,
that's okay. No, if we go that way, we're in trouble.
in trouble.
But my shout out to the
Well,
Queen of
I
Putnam County,
appreciate it.
my friend Ashley,
I
and
appreciate it.
thank you for all you do. Really do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, we couldn't do it without the great team of people that we get to work with. So I just get the fortunate job to promote those things. So
And you said something. The great team that we have. Your team at the chamber.
yeah.
The team at Hurricane. The team at all the other cities and towns. The Development Authority. The CVBs.
Yeah.
The county commissions.
Yeah.
Everybody else. All the other teams. We have
Yeah.
so many teams in Putnam County. And they all work together.
We do.
We are so fortunate.
We have a team called the Putnam People that plan stuff.
There
Have you
you-
heard about the Putnam People that plan stuff?
I have not.
We plan the stuff.
You plan. I love
And
it.
we work together to plan the stuff to make sure that everybody
there's
has the support.
A team of
that-
plans. I have heard about that.
Yeah.
And you plan everything.
We plan all the things, so then we work together to plan more things and to help each other plan our things, so that we all have a good
You've
support.
dealt with other counties as I have, and other counties sometimes they're not all cohesive.
Yeah.
There's this group and this group over here, and this group fighting against this group. We don't do that.
We don't do that here.
We don't.
We don't.
Everybody gets along.
No.
We're here for the same reasons. We're growing the county, growing our cities and towns, and all having a good life.
Yeah, that's what we try to do.
So, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. There's plenty more I'm sure we could have talked about. Lots of great things happening here in the city of Hurricane. Thanks to our friends at Hertz for the fun ride, as well as to our friends at CBI. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See ya.